your views matter.
Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum, sastakar, namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Peerally, and today we are live. It's March 28th, the last show of the month, and I have Michael on the board. Thank you, Michael, for being here. I apologize. Last week it was a recorded show, got busy a little bit, but it's the H1B season, so H1Bs has to go probably by Friday, so it's a little bit tricky right now. So I think before I start everything I'm going to tell you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any question. The number to the studio today, 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170. And also, if you need any other help personally, just give us a call at the office, 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. The website to check, attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. I think Michael is telling me we have a couple of callers already, so please go ahead, Michael. Let's start with them. This is Shah Peerally. You're Hello.
Hello. Hi, I'm Shravanti. I'm on H4 visa. My husband company filed for H1 visa extension for my husband and H4 visa extension for me through normal process. And later they converted it to premium. And recently we received an RFE. And the case is still with us. And right now I'm planning to go to India. So I would like to withdraw my H4 visa extension. So will it impact on my husband's H1 visa or on my future stamping or Dropbox options?
So you're basically kind of withdrawing your H4, right? H4 application? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, because I have plans to go to India. When it is under process, okay. Can I go to India without withdrawing it? Will it make sense?
Yeah, because the H4 doesn't really, as soon as you leave, it's supposed to be cancelled. And anyway, for H4, you don't have to have a pre-approval before you come, so you can just go and apply for your H4 directly at the U.S. Embassy. So it's not a big problem. As for your husband, I don't see any reason, unless there are other issues involved, for him to get any trouble because of your H4. Of course, I don't have enough information to tell you for sure it won't affect his H1, but if generally it doesn't, because the two are unrelated except one is a dependent on the other. So you should be fine. You can go and just go apply your case there. But if your RFE has some kind of major issues, then be careful when you travel. That's all.
Okay, so what do you suggest? Would it be better to withdraw my case and go, or else just go like that?
You don't have to withdraw, really. It doesn't really make a difference, because what is going to happen when you come back, even if they don't withdraw it, you will go back on H4, but you're already going to be on H4 when you come back, so it's not a problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good luck. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, sir. Good morning. My name is Ishwar.
Hi, Ishwar.
So, I have one question regarding my H1 actually. So, right now I'm working for company A, and my H1B max out will be reaching in another 5 months. So, I had an offer with company B, but my current employer has filed my 140 just in the last week. I'm waiting for the result. So I just want to check with you, once my 140 got approved, can I transfer my H1 to company B, or do I need to go with an extension with my company A and I have to again transfer my case to C? I just want to take an opinion from your side.
Okay. So basically you have a pending transfer going on right now, and now you want to move to another company, right? That's what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I'm waiting for 140 to be approved. The moment 140 has to be once it's approved, I would like to transfer my H1 to a company B with approved 140.
Okay. Yeah, you can transfer to company B but the problem is that if you leave the company who is doing your I-140, then within 6 months they can cancel the I-140 anytime, and it becomes a little tricky for you.
Yeah, I come to know about that as well, but I do have a good relationship with my employer, and he said like he's not going to revoke it. He's good with to transfer it, but I would just like to know about from my side. I had about in a couple of forums saying that if immediately the 140 got approved, and if you're transferring your H1B to company B, as you are reaching towards the max out in another 5 months, you'll be losing the unlimited kind of an extension using the 140 of the previous employer. That's what I heard about it. So I am just waiting for you in the last week as well. I think it was last week I was trying to reach you. It looked like it was a recorded show, it seems.
Yeah, it was a recorded show. But the thing is just like, it's not, it's a little bit too detailed for me to kind of assess for you right now on the radio, unfortunately. But what I'm understanding is that you are using one I-140 moving to another company. You need that I-140 to get an extension beyond 6 years. But if you leave the company as soon as you get an approval and they cancel the I-140, then you won't get your transfer. You will get only 4 or 5 months. Then it's useless. So you need to make sure that you...
But I mean, I'll be applying the transfer once the 140 got approved. After 140 got approved, I'll be sharing this 140 to apply for my transfer to the company B, and it'll go with H1B.
Yeah. So if you get if you file it as soon as you get it and you get approved for the transfer, whatever transfer time you get, you will be able to keep it even they cancel your I-140. However, if you want to move to another company after that, you're going to see yourself in some trouble because I-140 will be gone. So the best is to wait 6 months, and have this company file extension for you, and then transfer to another company. But yes, you can do that because the rule says at the time of the approval, the I-140 has to be valid. So after the approval, even they withdraw it, you're still okay. However, let's say, God forbid, there's a problem with company B and you want to move to C, you don't have an I-140, you won't be able to do it.
It's true, but even if I would like to transfer from company B to company C, if still my 140 is valid with my company A, so I can easily transfer to company C as well, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, great. Okay. Thank you so much for this information.
No problem. Good luck to you. If you need any help, just give me a call, 510-742-5887. Good luck. Let me take another call. I think we have a full board today. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hi. I have a question. So let's say if we get a full-time opportunity and there is a H1 transfer, and the client is in a different location, but the LCA was filed from that location. But if I get a remote opportunity afterwards, like LCA is filed and H1 transfer is done, but the client is okay for me to work remotely for a couple of months, is that okay to do? And the payroll might run at that location. But if I work from a different location for a couple of months, is that okay?
No, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. It has to be the location where you are has to have its own LCA, and if it is a movement, you have to also file an amendment. You can't just. It's too risky.
But if I work
come and do a site check, you're not there. You're going to be in trouble.
Okay. But if I work from that location and come over weekends to my place, then how does that work?
Yeah, I'm not really understanding what it means, but whatever location you mentioned there, you have to have at the LCA exactly to that point. Unless on your LCA there are 2 places, then you can use 2 places.
Okay, so let's say there is a LCA on the client location, and if I work from client location, but I travel to my base place on weekend, is that fine?
You don't have to work all the time. Weekends, people are stay at their home, so that's not an issue. But
Okay.
whatever is on the regular time, normal working hours, you have to be there unless you're sick or something. So that's
okay.
That's no.
So on the weekends I can travel to my own home location state where I am for a few months, but only have to work from that location during weekdays. But what about the payroll? Where should it, run from? The client location? Because if I'm traveling back over weekend to my place, which is a different state, then...
that's more a tax issue. It has nothing really to do with immigration. But...
okay.
Your payroll has to be issued, basically whatever they issue payroll. If it is from the headquarters of the company, it has the headquarters, etc. But
yeah, the payroll is from headquarters, but in the payroll, usually pay stub, we have an address, right? So now if I'm working at the client location during weekdays and if I come to my home location over weekend, so the address where...
Yeah, this is different. This is what you're doing right now. You're staying at the client's location. That's different. So your payroll can have your regular address. But it's very hard to tell because I never had a situation like yours. It's kind of interesting. So maybe you should give me a call at the office. We can do a consultation because I need more data to give you an exact answer. But it should not be a problem which address, okay? Okay.
Okay, thank you.
For the payroll. Okay, good luck. No, 7425887. I think we have more callers, right, Michael? This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hey, Shah, I have one question. So my company filed a perm for me last year, and after that, I think when it got approved, after that they did not file I-140. And online I was reading, it says it expires within 180 days. So, is that correct? And is there any chance, if the 6 months has been passed, can they still file I-140 or they have to start again?
They have to start again. It's very strict on that. The 180-day rule is pretty much an unbreakable. So they will.
Okay, so there is no way to recapture that.
No, not on the Department of Labor. They are very, very picky on that.
Okay. And if they refile again this perm and this whole process, then minimum how long will it take?
Excuse me. So you mean how long? Around 1.5 years, depending on how fast your lawyer can process it. If the ads and everything are ready, it might go faster. It can take around 8 months to 9 months total, but it goes between 8 months to 1.5 years usually, unless there's an audit or things like that.
Okay, and once again the perm gets approved, then if I file I-140 in premium processing, then it can within 15 days I can get the result after the perm gets approved?
Usually yes, unless there's any kind of fee or something like that.
Okay, I see. And also, can I be on my spouse I-140? So they haven't, this is my case, right? But my spouse I-140 is approved and clear. So can I be on her I-140 to get my H-1B extension after 6 years?
No. It has to be your own I-140. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thanks. Yeah. Thank you.
Let me take another caller, Michael. This is Shah Peerally, 510-725-887. Let me take another call.
Hello.
This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Yeah. So I have a question on H1 transfer after the termination date from the current employment. So I was terminated on one day, and then I want to know what is the grace period to transfer H1 once you are terminated?
Okay, that's a good question. You have 60 days, not 2 months, okay, 60 days from that date to file as a transfer. You can always file after the 60 days, but it's no longer a transfer. It is what we call a consular processing case or something else. But transfer can only be filed within that 60 days from that date of termination.
So these 60 days are the working days or the total days?
Total days.
And one more thing is that if I have on the severance period, is it helps or it does not help? My paycheck is still running as a severance.
Yeah. Okay, that's a very good question too. The severance period, there are case law on that. I forgot the case name. The severance period doesn't count to all the time. That means you cannot say, okay, I got a severance for 2 months. That means after those 2 months are completed, then I will start my grace period. So severance has nothing to do. Payroll, yes, not severance.
Okay. So it's total 60 days start immediately after termination, and total is that total 60 days. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
But it should be filed LCA in between that time, or in actual H1 transfer should be filed between that time.
An actual transfer has to reach to the USCIS. So that means
documents
it has to be filed and they have to have received it. That's all.
So that they have to receive the document. They should have received the documents within 60 days.
Exactly. 60 days midnight. Yes. Okay? Good. Okay. So let me take another caller, Michael. This is 11. Yeah. Hello.
Hey. Yeah, good morning. I have a question regarding the green card.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah,
yes,
my parents came more than 10 years back, and after that, they stayed a few years, and they left. They were planning to come back within 6 months. That's why we didn't give away their green card. But my dad's health situation wasn't good, and they never come back. So now my dad is no more. So if my mom wants to come back here, do I have to refile, or how does it work?
Yeah, probably, because it's been too long, it seems like, and it is basically lost to abandonment. Now you can also try to do an SB1, I think it's the code, with the U.S. Embassy in India and check if they're willing to. When did she leave actually?
They left 2009, I guess, 9 or 10. 9, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a big chance it won't work on SB1 either, so it's better just to refile. But before he refiles, he has to go to the U.S. Embassy and give up on that green card. But even before doing that, what you can do, try to do something called SB1. It's a revalidation of the
SB1.
green card. SB1, yes. Revalidation of green card. So what happens in here is that if it goes through, then she's safe. She doesn't have to refile anything. But if it gets denied, then you can just go ahead and refile the entire case. Okay?
So before refile, we have to submit the old green card to the U.S. Embassy?
Yes, exactly.
Or no?
Because even the system, yes. Even the system, at least there's a form, I forget, it's 4048 if I'm not mistaken, but they have it at the U.S. Embassy where you're basically renouncing the green card. And then you refile it for her.
Okay, so SB1 we have to try in India Embassy. Fill out that form and try there.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for the valuable information. Yeah.
Oh, thanks so much for your kind words. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had back-to-back calls. Thank you so much. And I think we have some more callers, right, Michael? This is Shah Peerally, you're live in here. Hello? Okay, so I think we don't have anybody right now, but basically we had some very kind of almost like rapid-fire questions today when it comes to immigration, and I hope I was able to answer all your questions. So now before I take more callers, Michael, we're going to talk a little bit about debt settlement before I move to immigration completely. This is one thing that a lot of people ask me, and this is we have a separate department for debt settlement. These are people who are really kind of struggling. They are having some kind of major unfortunate situation. They might be able to use the way to get you out of debts without having to go for a bankruptcy. So give us a call if you need help on those. yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. We can help you with credit cards, even judgments and pending litigation, although we don't really so it's only possible that we can help you if you have some kind of hardship, especially right now when things are getting a little bit tough. So I will recommend, if you need help, 510-742-5887. So now let us go back to immigration. It's H-1B time, and as you know, this is the time when a lot of people are getting really kind of scared, and they don't know what will happen to them, and it is definitely something that many of us apprehend sometimes almost, but it is something that that happens every year. And although they say they're going to change the rules on the H-1B, which they did it has not been really been effective yet. So H-1B goes on the same this year. It's going to be a lottery probably, and unfortunately it is getting harder and harder to really kind of getting those H-1Bs. And I will recommend people, one tip is to actually go ahead and let me give the number, by the way, for the studio if you want to call, 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170. I hope I'm saying the number right, Michael. So I just wanted to let you know that one of the things we're seeing a lot are those abuse of CPTs. We've been kind of screaming out of our lungs, don't abuse CPT, is going to come and bite you. One of the issues that we see in the CPT is that oftentimes students tend to just use the CPT, but they don't really go to school, and that's causing a lot of problems. So I highly recommend, if you need help on any of your cases, especially when you're starting to get confused, give us a call, 510-742-5887. And as I said, CPT has become a nightmare. What is happening, especially if you're taking CPT on a same level of education in a new degree. For example, let's say you had a master's degree and you took another master's and you're using CPT. This is getting really kind of hard, unfortunately. So be careful on those. And also, I wanted to tell people, if you're filing your H-1B, so it is, if you need to get help, kind of H-1B right now, it's finished for the quota, but it's not finished, but it's probably going to be too late now to file those, because by the time we get the whole case done now, it will probably be gone. So if you need help on anything else, give us a call, 510-742-5887. Michael is telling me that we have another caller, so let me know how much time we have to go. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in air.
Hi, good morning. Quick question.
Good morning.
My parents have a green card. They travel frequently back and forth between India and here. They have been stopped at entry point, and because they don't stay 6 months here, but they are keep on coming back within 6 months.
Mm-hmm. How long do they stay outside for?
Almost 6 months, 5 months, few days, and then they come, they stay here 1 month, and they go back again.
Okay, maybe the system is okay. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time your parents came?
They're here, but they're here just for a month. They don't want to stay here. They don't.
Yeah,
they get bored.
Let me tell you how it works. A lot of people get confused. It's not the time that you stay here or you stay outside. Yes, the time is a factor. There was a memo that was issued, I think, in 2011, where they clarify this. What this memo says, they're not only looking at the time in and out, they're also looking at your behavior. So it all depends how you're going to be dealing with them. The problem is just, one thing I wanted to ask you, hold on, I lost my thought on this one. So what is happening is I cannot lost the thought now. I might need you ask me the question again because
okay,
I was thinking about something.
The situation is, my understanding and their understanding is that if as long as they keep on coming back before the 6 months being up, they're okay. But no, they have been stopped at the entry point. They have been told, no, you don't need a green card if you don't stay 6 months out of 1 year within U.S. Is that true?
Yeah, I got lost in the thought because I was trying to search for that memo to show it, but I can't find it. But the memo says in terms that it's a totality of circumstances, so it depends on your behavior. Unfortunately, it is what we call the discretion of the officer to say that. And right now, you know what's happening. Any reason to give a hard time, they're using it. So I would recommend, if your parents wants to stay outside for long, get them what we call a re-entry permit, and then they leave. Like that, for 2 years, they are safe. Okay?
Okay, and how do we get that re-entry permit?
You just file the form I-131, do the fingerprint, and then once the fingerprint is done, even before approval, they can leave, and then when you get the paperwork, you mail it to them. That will protect them for 2 years on the green card without even coming here at all. Okay?
And general time frame in processing this I-131?
Yes, it's the same form at advance parole, but you tick the box re-entry permit. Okay?
Oh, awesome, great. And any update or any predictions on H4?
I'm lost too, but they will probably try to take it out, but I'm hoping there will be enough lawsuit on their head that they won't be able to do it. But ultimately, especially if the next election Trump's win, it will go away.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but that's just a guess. I'm really sorry for kind of lost the thought because I was trying to search for that memo while talking to you.
Not a problem.
Thank you so much. And if you need help on the I-131, just give me a call. It's very easy to do, but if you need help, just give me a call. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. 510-742-5887. I think we have one more caller, right, Michael? This is you live in here. Hello.
Hi, Shah. Yes, hi, Shah Peerally. This is Ashok here. First of all, I want to thank you to give us the service. I have a few questions. First is my university got closed a few years back, but I got one H1B approval and then I moved on to EAD. But because of this EAD looks like they are taking it away. So if I file H1B, will I face any issues because my university got closed? But at that time when I passed out, it was accredited. And if my company files GC and H1B, what will be the issues that I will be facing? And the second question is about EAD, that if they take it away and judge blocks it, will we still be able to file it? And the third question is about EV3.
Okay, let's do one by let's do one by one because I'll focus otherwise. Okay, number one, you're asking you were on H1B, you moved to H4 and H4 EAD, and then in the meantime, the school you went to was shut down, and at the time when you graduated, it was an accredited school, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good thing. That means basically the H1B, was it a master's program? Did you get any master's program? Okay, perfect. So if they meet the requirements of master's program, you should be fine, so they won't take away your H1B. Now, you can always move back to H1B anytime, okay? So if you were on H1B and you have some years left, you didn't use it all, you're still eligible for that. As for the H4, you were asking, you see, I forgot the second question. You were asking if a judge could block it. I didn't get that.
Yeah, if there will be a lawsuit and judge blocks it, and when the lawsuit was going on, will we be able to file it, renew it?
I don't know, because that's going to be very, very, because if there are lawsuits, depends who's going to file. I'm not filing any of those lawsuits because I don't really handle those. So it's going to be a litigation that is going to come up, and they might file a restraining order to block or the cancellation of H4. So if that happens, then people should be able to continue filing. But if the judge doesn't agree, they say, okay, we'll shut it down until we make a decision then no, you won't be able to file. So it all depends how the judge is going to react. Well,
one more question if you have time, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
So currently my GC filed under EB2, but this EB2 backlog is huge, and they have some country cap quota law. I mean, some law introduction until they vote on it. It passed through. The backlog is huge. So if I move from EB2 to EB3, my priority date is 2012, February 2012 on EB2. If I move to EB3, will I be able to get it in EB3 GC in next 3 years? Is there any chance?
You mean the I-140 in the next 3 years? Yes, you can get the I-140. As for filing the
my I-140 is already approved under EB2 category. My priority date is 2012 February.
Yeah, if you want to go to EB3, it's a little bit, not a little bit, it's very tricky. There's a way to do that where you have to amend the I-140, bring it to a lower level EB3. Unfortunately, in practice, I have never done one, so I cannot really give you a feedback. So, but if you refile a new case and then try for EB3, it should work. But there is a way to downgrade this, but we never got many of those. This is kind of new, so I have not done any of them personally, but I know it's possible, but it's a little bit complicated. Well?
Okay. The question was, will I be able to get under EB3 if my priority date is 2012 in the next 3 years?
Okay, now let me answer that part. Let's say you cannot downgrade it, you can still refile a new case under EB3, definitely, because they're lower end. So that will be helpful, of course, to get faster in terms of the priority date. But having said that, it has to be done properly so that it avoids any kind of issues, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Good luck to you. Wish you all the best. So I don't know if you have one more caller, Michael. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here. Hello? I think we don't have any callers. We still have another 10-15 minutes. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here. Hello? Okay. So the number to the studio, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. This is the number to the studio for our live show today. This is Attorney Shah Peerally, and we are March 28, 2019, and time is flying. We're just in January, remember? Now, I wanted to let people know that if you need help with immigration, especially on EB1 cases now since H1B is gone, please give us a call and bear with us a little bit when it comes to EB1. We are kind of picky on them because so far we have a very high success rate, so we always kind of try our best to add on it before we submit it. We want to put as much as possible out there. So please give us a call if you need help on any immigration, 510-742-5887. I was also talking about debt settlement earlier, so I just wanted to tell you about a few things. Number one, if you have a debt, especially an insecure debt, and you don't pay the debt or you are late, they will come after you. So coming after you is one thing. Now, what happens if they sue you, you owe big money, ultimately you don't pay after the lawsuit, you don't even show up sometimes. What happens, they get a judgment by default against you, and what that does, you get you get them to start harassing you, and then to collect their money, or they start trying to garnish your paycheck, etc., etc. So what happens with that? What we do, we negotiate these debts, get it out, so that we don't have any problem. I think we have one more caller, right? This is Shah Peerally. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, hi.
Yes, I have a question for my brother for family petitions.
Yes, go ahead.
For
your brother, yes. Hello.
Hello?
I think we'll... Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I had a question for my brother. I petitioned for I-130 for 2006.
Hello?
Yeah, how long take it time? Kitna time lagega?
I can't hear you, sorry. You have a petition for your brother? When did you file it?
Yes. 6 June 2006.
6. I don't have the visa bulletin in front of me, but another couple of years probably. I have to double check what the date they're processing. You can Google this website, visa bulletin, just not website, this is a government website. Just type visa bulletin and click on it.
Okay.
Then you will get the dates, but I don't have it in front of me right now. But you can give me a call and I can check for you. 510-742-5887. Okay? Good luck to you. Another caller. This is Shah Peerally, 11 here. Hello? Okay, I think I have no callers. So I was talking a little bit about debt settlement, which is one way to get out of debt, because more you let debt accumulate on your head, you have interest, you have penalties, and then suddenly you find yourself in trouble with the law. So be careful on that. So it's not really the law, but through a litigation. So I just wanted to let you know, if you need any help on immigration, 510-742-5887. If you need any help to settle your for any kind of debt settlement, please give us a call on the same number, 510-642-742-5887. 510-742-5887. So I wanted to kind of brush, I did that in the beginning on the CPT, because this is major. But we still, I think, Michael, we have another 10 minutes, right? So you can still call 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170, right? Am I saying the number right? So you can still call. I think we have 10 more minutes or so to go. So please, if you have any short question, feel free to reach out. You can also call us at the office, 510-742-5887. I was talking about the CPT in the beginning, so I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that. What has happened in the past is that many students have seen themselves after graduation not able to secure an H-1B. So one of the solutions many of them have found is to kind of refile it. Okay, today I'm losing all my my train of thought. I apologize for that. So the CPT I was talking about. See, one of the solutions people have found, they will go back to school and they will take another master's degree, for example. Let's say you had one master's, you take a second one, and you take advantage of the CPT because you didn't get into H-1B or whatever reason. The problem now is that they're cracking on this, and I've been saying that before, don't abuse the CPT, but the same level of education, school CPT is dangerous, and they have been really going after people, and in fact, they have actually put people in situations where they are planning to deny their H-1Bs based on that. The truth is that they are not really citing good law on that, but it is there. So be very careful, because a lot of people, when they're not going to get an H-1B, they're going to jump on CPT. I understand that people are desperate, but unfortunately, it can come back and hurt you. So be very careful on that. So that's what I was talking about here earlier. When it comes to the student visas and people who are actually using one master than another one. If you want to continue your studies, for example, you take a PhD and things like that, this issue is not there. We're talking about here at the same level of education. For example, let's say you have a master's degree in science, and then you go and take another master's degree as business administration or something like that. It can be construed as even though it's different field, it can be construed as a violation. And the problem with that is that we don't know when they calculate the date, and with the new memo to students, we suddenly find ourselves that someone doesn't even know they went out of status and they get in trouble. So be very, very careful on the situation where you have to use the student visa. The other thing, of course, we were talking about H-1B season opening, not opening, closing now probably. So if you need help on regular H-1B transfers, extensions, etc., feel free to call us 510-742-5887. Again, I think we have like 7 minutes or so to go. Please feel free to call. I can take one more caller, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. And I wanted to ask you, all of you, to make sure that the H4 EAD is under pressure. At least, please try your best to call your senators, to call your Congress people, and let them know that you don't want the H4 to go. Then that's another thing that I wanted to mention. I'm kind of jumping from one subject to another, but it is important that you understand that right now advocacy is very important. We have to make sure that if we have a chance to, our voice can be heard. Please feel free to contact your senators and your Congress people just to let them know that you are in a situation where they need to basically kind of not take away that H4 and H4 EAD. That's basically where we stand on the H4 EAD. There was some kind of update on the liquidation of not liquidation of the litigation of the case with Safe Job USA. So please make sure that you follow on that. And unfortunately, it seems like the Trump administration, of course, is not defending the H4 EAD. In fact, they're trying to take it away. So let's hope we can make a change by pushing the Congress to support us. Although the Congress has already supported it, it's good to. Now, another thing has become important also right now is to make sure that you are working on the site which is on your LCA. We had a caller earlier. Make sure of that, because there are a lot of what we call site visits, and if they don't see you there, you can end up by getting in trouble. So it is important that you do that. And also, if you're working with a consulting company, make sure that your paperwork are in order, because if they come and they find something wrong, they might try to revoke your H-1B. So be very careful on that. And I know it's kind of painful, and it's actually stressing everybody, even getting us tired. But at the end of the day, you need to do this. So I think at this point, I don't know how much time we have, Michael, but let me cover a little bit another issue, which is a lot of people have been calling me and asking me if it is a good idea for people to actually kind of use the CPT basically on. I was talking about CPT earlier, so I'm going to talk about it again. Let's say you have a CPT, but you have two. Let's say you have a master's in one field and you're taking a master's in a completely different field. Will that work? I don't know the exact answer. The truth is that it might not work, because the whole idea, it is same level of education. But if you have a combination of for example, you have a combination of a master's degree, then you move to a PhD, you're fine. So all those small stuff can really make the difference. And feel free to reach out if you need help. 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And also, one thing which has come to our attention right now is the fact that we are seeing, of course, a huge denial rate. Although our officers are still doing pretty well, we can see right now things are tough. You are having 1 RFE, 2 RFEs in one case, which was not really the norm before, but now it's happening. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is that make sure that whenever you're filing your case, especially here right now, make sure the dates are good on the I-129, because the LCA can be filed earlier, and the job starts on first. But if you file your LCA wrong, well, not the LCA wrong, if you put those dates wrong, the entire cases, all those cases might get rejected. So be careful on that. Now, one last I think we have 2 more minutes to go, right, Michael? So I'm going to wrap up a little bit, talking a little bit more about the kind of issues we are seeing right now. The other issues, just like our caller said, when you're traveling, I know I've been saying that like a broken record. Avoid traveling unless it's necessary, and of course, avoid if in case you are traveling, make sure you're carrying the right documents, the originals, etc., etc. Don't just kind of assume that they have all your documents. They might have it, but they won't pass it to you. So it's good you have something with you when you're traveling. And also, like I said, traveling without any. Make sure that you understand that if you're traveling, you might not be able to come back. And that's one thing which is becoming a reality. And in fact, I'm starting to see even H4s getting stuck, which is very, very rare in the past because H4s are dependent visas. So be very careful when you're traveling to a country to get stamping. Make sure you're bringing the essentials. I don't have a checklist with me, but you can check online. You will see the checklist. But just make sure you are doing this way. So I think I don't have much to cover now. I think we had a lot of callers. I wanted to thank you all for basically listening to the show. And I wanted to also remind people that right now, again, we are going through the toughest times probably in immigration. And our heart goes to a lot of those children who are dying in custody. So if in case you hear anybody basically trying to help on those, please feel free to do so. And also I wanted to mention that if you need help from our office, a private consultation, you can call our office 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. Check our website, attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com, and you will get a lot of information. And again, I highly I apologize for today. I'm really exhausted at the same time. I laughed a little bit because it's very, very it's been hectic. I had to work till late, etc. So, and then other things I wanted to make sure that people understand is, if you're filing for the new H-1B cap, make sure that all the paperwork are in order, the dates are correct, your name is correct, etc., etc. If you have a chance to look at the application. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to thank you for being faithful listeners. We are reaching, I think, our 9th year anniversary this year of the show, and I wanted to thank all the team everywhere, and a special thanks to Michael for being on the board with me. And we will be back. Hopefully, there will be another live show, and then the next show might be actually recorded because I'll have to travel. But thank you so much again. And Michael, I think we can go ahead now and close. So please do that. And 510-742-5887. Good luck to you.
KLOK 1170 AM, San Jose, San Francisco, and the entire Bay Area.